All right, accountability group, welcome in. Welcome to day one of our challenge. Man, I am so fired up to be here with you today. Listen, this explainer right here, this is your official kickoff playbook. We aren't just talking about change today, folks. We're literally engineering it. We're diving into a seriously powerful framework called the T-Fear effect. It's a blueprint for sovereign manifestation straight from the source material by Blaze on Fear. And what does that mean for you? It means taking total, absolute control over creating your own reality. It's time to stop the pleading and start the manifesting. Let's get right to work. Now, I want you to really hear this truth. You cannot ask God for a breakthrough and then go hide in the corner like a coward, right? I mean, every single day we see the exact same pattern online. Endless scrolling, endless posts, just filled with desperation, misery, and pain. People are crying out for help, but they absolutely refuse to step up. Well, here is my core rule for you as your coach. Miracles require movement. Revelation requires responsibility. You simply cannot demand elevation from the comfort of your hiding spot. So we're basically looking at two totally different realities here. On one side, you've got stagnation. You've got desperation, misery, and just sitting around waiting for a handout. But on the other side, miracles, movement, and taking responsibility. Look, in this life, there's a divine law of give and take. You've got to give in order to receive. It's the whole reap what you sow concept. If you want a genuine breakthrough, you got to leave that stagnation in the dust and step into responsibility. Okay, so here's our game plan for today to build out your execution checklist. 1. Mastering thoughts and feelings. 2. Harnessing energy and actions. 3. The power of rest. And 4. Your daily accountability checklist. Let's jump right into phase 1. Mastering thoughts and feelings. This is your internal laboratory. So the T in the T-Fear effect, that stands for thought. This is the laboratory of your mind and the literal blueprint of your future. Listen to me on this one. You absolutely cannot build a millionaire lifestyle on a bankrupt mindset. It's just physically and spiritually impossible. Think about it. Before any skyscraper is constructed, it exists as a blueprint, right? So changing your life starts strictly with changing what occupies your mind. Everything in your external reality begins right there in your head. And to back that up, we look at ancient wisdom. Proverbs 23:7 tells us, "For as he thinks in his heart, so is he." Your internal blueprint always, without fail, dictates your external reality. If your thoughts are rooted in fear and lack, well, that's exactly the life you're going to construct. But if they're rooted in power, love, and a sound mind, you build an entirely different future for yourself. Which brings us to the F in T-Fear, feelings. Your feelings are a spiritual compass, and I want to challenge everyone in this team right now. Stop running from your emotional state. Be brave enough to actually tap into your feelings and tune in to what they're trying to tell you. Explore them. Get to understand yourself better. Because when you consciously shift your feelings from lack and fear over to gratitude and power, you literally change the atmosphere around you. It's a game changer. Proverbs 4:23 says, "Keep your heart with all diligence, for out of it spring the issues of life." Guarding and understanding your emotional core isn't just some nice self-help idea. It is absolutely non-negotiable for your success. Everything flows right from that center. Moving on to phase 2, harnessing energy and actions. This is where we execute the vision. The E stands for energy. This is the high vibrational motion required to move your life forward. The crucial takeaway here is that energy isn't just a mindset or a fleeting mood. It's a physical necessity. To get your life moving, you need motion, and motion requires high vibrational energy. It's what gives you the literal, physical strength to wake up every day and fight for your dreams. But how do we actually get that energy? Well, your internal energy is heavily dictated by what you consume. It requires mindful eating, consistent hydration, consciously putting good stuff into your body, and taking your daily vitamins. Boom, boom, boom. This quick list of physical consumption habits isn't just about looking good or fitting into a pair of jeans. It's about healing your body from the inside out so you can fuel that high vibrational energy you desperately need to manifest your goals. And we ground this energy requirement in absolute truth. 1 Corinthians 6:19-20 says, "Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit? Therefore honor God with your bodies." So taking care of your physical vessel isn't vanity, it's a divine mandate. You just can't execute massive goals if your temple is literally falling apart. Which leads us perfectly to the A and T fear, actions. This means massive, accountable steps that plant the seeds for a positive harvest. All right, time for some tough love, team. Faith without works is dead. Period. End of story. We are entirely responsible and accountable for every single step we take. It's time to stop waiting for someone to hand you success and start taking massive action. Because as Galatians 6:7 warns us, do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. A man reaps what he sows. If you take lazy, negative, or toxic actions, it's completely unfair to cry and blame God for the consequences of your own mistakes, right? Negative actions equal negative results. Positive thoughts combined with positive actions equal positive results. We demand execution-level action in this group. Now let's slow it down for phase 3, the power of rest, the divine waiting room. The R stands for rest. This is the divine waiting room for your results, and it's what prevents a total mental and physical shutdown. Listen to me closely here. After you've done all you can do, after you've mastered your thoughts, really felt your feelings, fueled your energy, and taken massive action, you have to know when to step back. Without rest, your mind is going to experience a complete meltdown, and your body will shut down. You have to step back and let the harvest grow. Keep this promise from Galatians 6:9 in mind, and let us not grow weary while doing good. For in due season we shall reap if we do not lose heart. You gotta trust the process. Do the work, absolutely, for sure, but then you rest. Rest in the total assurance that your victory is already on the way. Your harvest is coming. All right, let's get that energy back up for phase 4, your daily accountability checklist. It is time to move. I want you to lock this into your memory right now. This 5-step daily routine directly converts the whole T-FEAR acronym into an actionable, everyday habit for sovereign manifestation. Step 1. Blueprint your thoughts. Ask yourself, what am I letting into my mind today? Step 2. Check your emotional compass. Consciously shift from fear to power. Step 3. Fuel your energy. Hydrate, eat right, take your vitamins. Step 4. Take massive action. No lazy steps today, guys. And step 5, step back and rest. Trust that the work you put in today was enough. Always remember that this explainer is your timeless formula. The T-FEAR effect isn't some super complicated elite scheme. It's a straightforward, actionable design meant to pull you completely out of the trenches of stagnation. So grab your courage right now, today, and push into your purpose. Stop waiting for the absolute perfect conditions, because they don't exist. The storm is passing. So the only question left is, are you ready to move? I want you fired up and fully accountable for taking your very first step today. Start your checklist. Let's get to work.